Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers have fans asking one very important question concerning Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, and Ridge Forrester's Thorsten K. recent marriage. Ridge just showed up at Forrester Creations and proposed before telling Brooke he wanted to get married right then, but no marriage license was even mentioned. Is their marriage even valid? Ridge and Brooke's wedding was unorthodox for sure. Normally one obtains a marriage license before a wedding, even if Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, does keep extra papers around. Most weddings are planned in advance, so they at least have time to get that paperwork taken care of before the ceremony. Perhaps those papers can be filed afterward. Another issue is no witnesses. At my wedding you had to have at least 2 people there to act as witnesses. But maybe that isn't the case in LA. Never once have I ever seen a wedding with just the officiant and the bride and groom. A quick wedding is one thing, but normally a wedding party is more than 3 people. Why would Brooke and Ridge not walk next door and ask Katie Logan, Heather Tom, to be a witness? Katie is one of their biggest supporters. Wouldn't Brooke want her sister to be there to witness this occasion? Shouldn't Ridge be excited enough to want his dad there? Eric Forrester, John McCook, has been after Ridge to fix this for months. Brooke's sisters have always been so supportive of her and Ridge, it makes not sense to include them in their happiness. With a house full of models, office workers and other important Forrester employees, it looks like at least someone could stand up for Brooke and Ridge as they get married again. If Ridge had done this as soon as he saved Brooke, it would have made perfect sense. Now not so much. Ridge just broke up with Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, after waiting for weeks to make things right. Why the sudden urgency now? This whole wedding rush is just not normal after all of this time. The whole situation seems very odd. This has to be the most uneventful wedding in history, perhaps the most boring as well. Brooke and Ridge's wedding was so rushed that it was a blur. Did this wedding really take place? Drive-through chapel weddings are longer and more prepared for than this. Few soap opera couples are as legendary, chaotic, and enduring as Brooke Logan and Ridge Forrester. Their love story has stretched across decades, oceans, rival lovers, betrayals, and more wedding ceremonies than even die-hard fans can count. Yet in true bold and the beautiful fashion, their latest marriage might not be as ironclad as they believe. The newest twist: there may not even be a marriage license on file. That's right. The supposed bridge reunion wedding could legally be null and void, opening the door to heartbreak, betrayal, and maybe even another round of romantic musical chairs in Los Angeles. This spoiler dives deep into the possibilities, what it means for Brooke, Ridge, Taylor, and everyone caught in the crossfire, and how this missing piece of paperwork could be the spark for the next major storyline. If there's one thing longtime fans know, it's that Brooke and Ridge are no strangers to wedding chaos. From Ridge leaving Brooke at the altar, to Brooke saying, "I do," while Ridge is kidnapped, to annulments, divorces, and annulments again. The cycle has been relentless. Yet each time they reunite, they claim this marriage will be the one that lasts forever. The last ceremony was marketed as exactly that, a full-circle moment, with Ridge finally admitting that Brooke is his destiny. The vows were touching, the dress stunning, and the family seemingly united in their blessing. But what if all of it is just a symbolic gesture with no legal weight? According to courthouse whispers, no signed and filed marriage license exists for Brooke and Ridge's latest nuptials. That means, in the eyes of the law, Ridge and Brooke are not actually married. Why would this be? Several juicy possibilities exist: clerical error, the officiant, perhaps Carter, who has performed half of LA's weddings, could have forgotten to submit the license. Sabotage, someone deliberately intercepted the paperwork before it was filed. Given how many enemies Brooke and Ridge have, the suspect list is long: Taylor, Sheila, Deacon, Bill, or even Thomas. Intentional loophole. Could Ridge have secretly known about the missing license and used it as a safety net in case things with Brooke went south? It wouldn't be the first time Ridge kept a shocking secret. For Brooke, discovering that her supposed forever marriage isn't legally binding would be devastating. She has spent her entire adult life fighting for Ridge's heart, defending their love, and believing their destiny is written in the stars. And if Ridge knew and didn't say anything, would Brooke ever forgive him? Ridge's response will determine where this storyline goes next. There are several paths. The protector. Ridge is furious at whoever sabotaged the license. He vows to remarry Brooke immediately, making their union legal. The doubter. Ridge hesitates, wondering if fate intervened for a reason. He may start thinking about his lingering feelings for Taylor Hayes, who has never stopped loving him. The manipulator. Ridge secretly enjoys the loophole. It gives him freedom to keep his options open without committing fully. Fans know Ridge loves to play both sides, so it's entirely possible he'll waffle again, leaving Brooke and Taylor locked in their eternal rivalry. Taylor has been on the sidelines, licking her wounds after Ridge once again chose Brooke. But the revelation that Brooke isn't actually Ridge's wife could embolden her. Taylor might argue that the universe is correcting itself, that Ridge was never meant to marry Brooke this time. She could use the lack of a marriage license as proof that Ridge belongs with her instead. Her children, Steffi and Thomas, might fully back her, pushing Ridge toward a reunion with Taylor and away from Brooke. After all, both have been vocal about preferring their mother over Brooke. Whenever there's chaos, Sheila Carter is never far behind. The missing license could very well be her doing. Sheila knows that destabilizing Ridge and Brooke creates ripple effects across Los Angeles. If Brooke is hurt and distracted, she may neglect Hope. If Ridge is conflicted, he may not stand as firmly against Sheila's attempts to bond with Finn and Hayes. Sheila could also try to blackmail Brooke with this knowledge, demanding that Brooke keeps quiet, or else she'll reveal the truth publicly. Katie and Donna will certainly rally around Brooke once the truth comes out. Katie might take a more logical approach, advising Brooke to calmly remarry Ridge and not let paperwork undo their happiness. Donna, on the other hand, might see it as an opportunity to protect Brooke from herself. She knows how many times Brooke has been burned by Ridge. Maybe this is the universe telling Brooke to walk away for good. Could Brooke's own sisters be the ones encouraging her to reconsider everything? Without a marriage license, Ridge and Brooke's marriage is not recognized by law. That means they are both technically single. Any financial or property agreements tied to the marriage are invalid. Either of them could walk away with no divorce required. This loophole could spark major Forrester family drama, especially if Ridge begins to question whether he wants to tie himself legally to Brooke again. Hope has long looked up to her mother as a role model in love, even when Brooke's romantic life is messy. The invalid marriage could shake Hope's belief in Ridge as a symbol of eternal love. Meanwhile, Liam, always one to lecture about morality and commitment, could smugly point out that Brooke is repeating her old mistakes. This might drive another wedge between him and Hope, just as they've been trying to rebuild. Never underestimate Bill. He has always carried a torch for Brooke, and if he learns that she isn't legally married, he may see it as his chance to swoop back in. Bill could start campaigning again, promising Brooke stability, loyalty, and passion, qualities Ridge has never consistently provided. Katie, of course, would be horrified if her sister got tangled with Bill again. That triangle could reignite instantly. One possible outcome is that Ridge scrambles to prove his love by planning another wedding to Brooke, this time with all the legal paperwork in place. But would Brooke accept, or would she hesitate after feeling so betrayed? And if Ridge drags his feet, will Brooke finally find the strength to walk away for good? A dramatic redo wedding could also be sabotaged again by Taylor, Sheila, or even a surprise guest from Brooke's past. This storyline raises an interesting theme. Is love about the symbolic gestures, the vows, the ceremonies, the emotional promises, or about the legal documentation? Brooke may argue that the vows they shared are what truly matter, while Ridge may use the lack of a license to distance himself. Fans will likely be divided, just as they always are when it comes to Bridge. Brooke discovers the truth first. She keeps it secret, testing Ridge's loyalty to see if he'll choose her without legal obligation. Taylor uses it publicly. Taylor exposes the missing license during a Forrester family dinner, humiliating Brooke and pressuring Ridge. Sheila leverages it. Sheila blackmails Brooke into helping her get closer to Finn in exchange for keeping the secret. Ridge confesses he knew. Ridge admits he was aware of the loophole, sparking the ultimate betrayal for Brooke. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Boldy and BAUTFULUPDATE YouTube channel for more update news.